Hello, welcome back. I'm so sorry, my day really has gotten screwed up. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this. Talk to the people we have to. I gather you solved Reflux little problem. By the gods, the unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. Mmm, how is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Bravo, Draco. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good's an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lahomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. I swear, dude, just to learn the secret I need, you have me as an errand boy. That don't sound much like trying to teach someone your company. I'm sorry, sir. We've no head cheese today. Why ever not? Because the kobolds are stealing food everywhere in Costa del Sol. That's why the tomato pie, some mashed potatoes, now the head cheese to boot. Now I have an idea for ambushing those BD fur balls, but I can't go off in case Master Driss needs me, and I can't stand here and do nothing about it either, as I'm the one getting blamed for missing eats. Might you be willing to solve this problem for me, adventurer? You look to have some spare time. I've placed the meats the kobolds like the best in these 5 sacks. Line them up along the pier to the north, and they should come scurrying. The kobolds are up to something. See those contraptions along the road to the west? They've gone so far as to set up their dang refiners within yelms of our beach. And you know what I say? It's time to blow them to kingdom come. I just happen to have made makeshift bombs for the occasion, but I've never thrown one before. Look, Avenger, I've seen you around here, and you seem capable sort. Could you take these and pitch them at the refiners for me? Ah, that settles their hush. And now that they have yet another bone to pick with me, the 12 know I have many a skeleton in my closet. Don't read too much into that, my dear. Those settlers have quite the authority. Costa del Sal was Admiral Merriwebb's hobby horse. She had an idea to settle this area, and she brought a number of folk on indenture. The terms were very generous. Hardly anyone died, a credit to her leadership. Yes, incredible, but she had no head for business. Kept trying to farm this salted land. I stepped in and saved her from ruin. You see, Costa del Sol, now a jewel of commerce and culture, but I assure you, it was not thus when I purchased it. Many of the settlers have stayed and prospered. Why, a good third of my household was once a raw pioneer, but some people are like figs. They want to stay the same. Tiresome, I say. They know no one to blame but themselves. Masquerade is of course second to none in the matters of business and concierge. However, he can be somewhat naive as regards our matters. For example, as he become convinced the recent spate of earthquakes is the fault of the large buffaloes that roam near. I would grant some amount of exaggeration over our local children being mauled in the wake of the tournaments, but really now, it's one thing to see the buffaloes in a tizzy, but another to think they could have anything to do with the quakes. I've tried to reason with him, but it's been to no avail. Might you simply indulge my master and slay half a dozen of these creatures? But all I had to do was place all those. Oh, come over here and wait now. Football problem gone. 3 down, 3 to go. Four down, 2 to go. One more. Hello, viewers. I hope you are doing well today. While we just walk our way through these as easy as 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Those filthy ground dwellers fell for it. Huh, I knew it. I owe you a debt. Master Drifson will be pleased too. More importantly, he can't be hitting me with pickle ladle it so much. Though between the two of us, I was I ate the tomato pies. If Master Driscoll actually knew anything about the kobolds, he would never believe the creatures would eat such a thing. I do hope this is the end of their mischief, but I do not. But I think not. And from what I've observed, they seem to be readying for battle. And considering that we've already got the Shahagan to deal with, I don't know that we need that kind of trouble. It was some right fine work. I could see those blast machines light up from here. You've got talent, which is a good thing, because the kobolds are too much for us to handle. But thanks to you, we've got them this time. I hope only you're not planning on leaving us anytime soon. I've no doubt we're going to need your help again before this is over. I'm indebted to you, Adventure. I'm quite certain those beasts were innocent of earth-shaking crimes, but it is well they have been dispatched regardless. In truth, I believe Master Greg knows in his heart that the buffaloes are not the cause, and that is, in fact, the primal titan. However, he also realizes that his wealth would not avail against such a threat. While it does him credit that he strives to do right by the people of Costa del Sol, he must allow that certain problems are not within his means to solve. I have more deserving adversary for you this time, Adventure. They're Uragnites, making homes in the pillars below, and judging by how deeply rooted they've become, I'd say they're quite been there quite a while. That said, those steel spatulas should serve to both dislodge the mullets and preserve our posts at the same time. I'd be obliged if you check out the area and eradicate the little beasts. You will be amply compensated, of course. Thank you kindly. Ah, sir, I didn't catch your name before, Draco. Nice to meet you, even more so because I could use your help once again. It's those quakes that started up a little while ago. The tremors have been sending snippers up out of the water. They're bloody dangerous things to get rid of by themselves, but if there's a gnarled old gripper to tackle into the bargain, took a toe off one of the sailors, boys, not 3 days past. We know how to best it, but we can't get close enough. But that's where you come in. Master Grego had an alchemical concoction made that should be able to soften the old gripper's shell. Here, take it. It'll be your job to survive the ill-tempered Wavekin's swipes long enough to make sure it gets several doses. You already took care of the kobold. Surely these shouldn't pose any challenge. Listen, I need your help on a personal matter. I've mislaid something, and it's something important to me. Medals with lions on them. As much as I'd like to go myself, my place is here. We can't afford to take our eyes off the kobolds now, but those 3 medals are the most precious things I own. Please, any help you can give me would be appreciated. You might start your search around Gull Perch Tower. If I had to wager, I'd say it was there that I dropped them while chasing off some of the kobold friends. If you climb to the top and give a good lookout, you might spot them. Yay. Alright, so what's gonna be a good way? I'll sit right here. Two down, one to go. Don't want to do the fate. Trying to do the other. Slay snippers. Okay. Don't have to go against the big guy right now. That's good. As long as I don't have to do the big guy right now, then I'm good. But I want to try to get rid of some of these smaller ones that are going to be in my way. And want to try to come after me if, as I believe, I'm going to have to go against the big one. One more of these guys to go. Okay. Yep, now I've got to take and deal with the big boy. Come over this way, dude. Alright, now let's do the lookout tower. And I'm thinking possibly head off, get the wine, come back, turn the wine in, turn in all this stuff. is. Alright. I'll have to see about that wine. I don't think there's a path that goes through you. Yeah, I didn't think so. So where's the path? And then takes up that way. Something's not right with it. We'll take the quick way then. Can't get there by land. Sweet Graham Blood, Eureka Blood, an adventure, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order, let me guess, a request of the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loom and perfume, Costa del Sal. And there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Grigoo would not sell for anything less than the best. Dryweist and his crew must be quite busy preparing for exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an inventor. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But have no interest in my affairs. You wished only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during the time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays us well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Weiskamp must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my passion is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Berg. He owns and operates the largest winery in Velbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it high undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for a man responsible. He should have been made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. The neophyte Venter bid you speak with me. Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gabu Yern than sell my worst vintage beyond begone from my sight. You call this cork pie, this sad squelchy thing isn't fit to kiss my back end, let alone my fine whites and reds. I'd say you should try again, except that I wouldn't trust you with the worst of vintages. Now, you're dead to me. You, adventurer, I've had it trying to get quality from my own lot. Show this oof how it's done and bring me the materials you find off cork bulbs. Harvesting 5 of them should do. Time flies and uncorked wine sours. Go, go, go. Hail, adventurer, hear me. Master Burgot will know the reason why. I mean that he'll simply tell you himself if he refuses to hear from me. You've no doubt seen these ghastly grass raptors sulking about outside our gates. Well, babe, Develop a taste for the vines we use to grow our brandywine cherries. And we can't abide that. You must kill the horrible creatures. Don't remember how to get into the town, how to get out of the town. I don't think what I want is down there. Is there an exit up here? These are the vines. Door locked? Oh, okay. Doesn't look like I'm supposed to go up here. Yep. Hey, it's Rain Catch Gully, and it's not raining. So I wonder what it's trying to catch right now. Sunshine? One grass raptor. Three grass raptors. One to go. Grass raptors are done. Now to go get the cork. Sometimes it's just a wonder. Sent over here earlier for one thing. Why couldn't I have gotten everything I needed to in the one trip? Instead of making 2 or 3 trips. I didn't think cork bulbs were an enemy. Alright. We'll deal with them. There we go. Dealt with them. All of this to learn the secrets on how to be Titan. Where's the cork I asked for? If you believe that loitering will secure you a glass of something, you are very mistaken and possibly dead to me. Now this seems like some fine cork. Just the right amount of give and some air comes through, but not the moisture. I should say, be so lucky as to have the barrels full of this. If only my people were as efficient at finding it. Well, maybe if you were nice to them. Bring more honey than sour. Ah, the conquering hero returns, and so quickly too. You're as strong as you are kind, and wonderfully trim of waist. I shall make sure to keep you in mind should any future troubles creep up. Equities, pardon me, wine labels to laymen such as yourself, used by a winery, always bear the noble contents of Master Broget himself. As such, our esteemed Ventian has invited a famed Elden micro artist. Very well known, probably the most famous micro artist in all the land, to fashion a label truly worthy of a classic vintage, and he is due to arrive today. I beg you, won't you go down to the docks and meet him? I fear he'll be quite mobbed by admirers, and I'd not have him molested, at least until the portrait is done. Mob by spectators. In a place where I've seen maybe a dozen people? Oh, wow. That's a mob. Yes, I'm the micro artist. Pardon me if I do not give you my name. I travel incognito, such is my fame, and Master Burlington waits. I'll fly to him forthwith. We have much to discuss, the Master and I. Our artistic differences are many and sturdy yet I cannot resist returning with another etiquette. He is a model in, in a thousand that one. Uki. And there was not one person around him. So how did he get mobbed? Our expert in etiquette has just been by simping Marvis. I shall order the killed white taken to his quarters at once. Ah, how sweet it is to have a micro artist here again. It has been full 5 years from the calamity stripped our vines. Our first battling half a decade, and oh, to see the master's beautiful visage captured again. The vineyard wastes much water, washing sugar and chaff off the grapes. The spoilage and dregs from vats and barrels, and all of it goes into the river. The richness of the swill chokes the river, and the gigantic toads feast on the scum. If raptors were horrible, these are thrice as bad. Slay them for us, for me, Draco. Oh, woe is me! We cannot do anything ourselves ever, 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 ever. We need you to do for us. Oh, fine adventurer. We won't give you secrets, we won't tell you a thing until you've done 20 things for us that are all meaningless and all things we could have done ourselves, but we're just too tired to talk about it. We'd rather have an adventurer do it for us. Hee hee ha ha. One down, two to go. Two down, one to go. And giant toads are gone. Looks like maybe I've got some armor that's hurting. I don't think there's a mender here. Just a crier. Oh, I take that back. There's a wine here too. Woohoo! Yay! Master will be so pleased, but it grieves me that our wines have spoiled the river. So perhaps I can't construct some system to make our swill sweeter. Cookie or scrambled eggs? Scrambled eggs. Alright, I've done all your work, so you don't want to give me wine. I take it he said no, really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa Lumnosa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There's a chance, however small, that another resident wine port can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are poor quality, only that we've known better. Long ago, the vineyards wine port crossbred several species and produced the grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Buckus grapes were once the pride of this town, and they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful, and of all wines, the legendary Buckus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as it is too often said, the calamity changed it all. The Buckus vineyards are completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Buckus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglund to part with his wine, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Buckus wine and offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vineyards tending the vineyards might have one's own date bottle. Perhaps you could start speaking with them. Hi, I'm Mender. I don't want you to purchase battle gear, but let's look. I don't think they're going to have anything for me. I can't wear that. Some things that are up there that I could do, I can't do. So, dude, I came here to get things repaired. Well, not everything's all that bad. Fix the choker, fix the ring, fix the bracelet, and I can live with everything else. Where's the person I've got to talk to, though? Is there a way upstairs? No way upstairs. Doesn't look like there's anyone up on top of it, so. What? Do I have bucket swine? I wish I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but a few years too late. Bucket swine, but don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and elements. Never counted on the bloody primal blowing up my gosh darn house. No luck? Most regrettable. But we had to try. But bucket swine would have been perfect for the occasion. I must confess my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a Ventiner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath old Gamora, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bucket's wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia once which once filled me with hope may forever lost to us. High potion of strength, of dexterity, vitality, intelligence, and a mind. I must say this talk of Bucket's wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. Hey, have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet. though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across a valley brand. As a vagabond drunk, I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Buckus wine, which helped me find my new calling. Though I'm still a novice in the arts of wine making, I would like him to know that I'm pursuing my dream. This wine is my very own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Risk can tell you where to find him. Long speech, just to say, here, take this, deliver it to this person, and you might find them here. Shorter the sweeter, people. Short, sweet, to the point. Tell me what you need, where to go, so I can get it done, so I can go back to my next thing. And I guess that was not entertaining enough for the people. Hey, Risk. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. Hey, I toss him a few gills when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself. I assured Bell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, best leave well enough alone. I say, if you a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to Cervigstrig. Thank you. Excuse me, Gabu. What do you want? What, wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? I can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never want to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Blah, 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 blah. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. After why even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this. Darn it, I'm not even Darlene. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. All right, I need a break for a second to stop sneezing. I'll be right back. I wish to thank Shami for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night, Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes a fine wine. See? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shami for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day to do the same. Been some time, Draco. What news of Drest? Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Drest and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts far too long. It is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Draco. By the gods, Draco, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut with a leaf which has very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are leaves of Abacus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Oh, hello, Van. What is it? It's just leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it's pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gabu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves come from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gabus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Veteran, just in the nick of time, can you lend me a hand? The cart with today's shipment of sour red was overturned just as she left the wine port. If it were simply restocking crates, I would bother asking an outsider for help, but my boy who rode head to corral the bolted cart birds spotted a band of buccaneers headed this direction. I haven't the means to defend myself, or the cart, or the crates, and the wine port militia is too drunk to be of any help, so I must put the fate of my cargo in your hands. Where are they? What did you have to say, Draco? Tell me everything. I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a bucket scrape vine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common inventor and a novice inventor could. Well, with my witness, it is a bucket scrape vine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What, you would offer this to me, but why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the bucket scrape vines than you, Master Berg. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear every tavern across Erosia will again be clamoring for the cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you need. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be the 1547 Bacchus, but that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He's made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Kagero will be so happy. You have forever changed Wineport, Draco. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Winscott. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Okay. I think I'm done over here for now. And that's a for now. Because you never know what may come and what may go. Going to Hidden Falls. Are you coming along? And it looks like someone sent us a message. So I guess when we get over to Costa del Sol, we'll have to see if we can't find a delivery Mugo to help us out and get us our message. I see that there is one, so we'll see what it is. And looks like that delivery Moogle is right here.
Hello, mailman.
Greetings, Talon. I'm a delivery Moogle. Kupo? Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Whatever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under a canopy of nice oak dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. Cuckoo! But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all the terrible commotion. Atherites were shattered, and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Erosia had no way to communicate with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of telling outsiders, worried all about what might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much you were appreciated, we know we had found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way. Kupu, look what I have here. A new letter has arrived, just for you. Thank you for playing Final Fantasy. Enclosed is a four-piece set of Advent attire. May it... Never mind. This just talks about how you can get letters, send letters. And what they sent me does not work. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me, so what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 bells? It's 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Draco. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxury feast in Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin. That was most quick. You are a credit to all adventurers, Draco. You know I've heard talk of late about what's causing those tremors. Folks seem certain it's work of some monster. I know from experience that such words are oft not but when, but I cannot help but wonder. Well, did you find my medals? You did. The navigator has been kind to me this day. Every one of us got such a medal when we joined the company of heroes, and if you ever fell, your best friends would take yours. These three friends that there were the only me left. I could smell another war coming, only this time nothing is new and all the fear is old. Sometimes I think I've lived far too long. Ah, the pillars look sparkling. Thank you, my lord. 'Twas only a bit of housekeeping, I suppose, but even that is beyond me. I once served in the company heroes, if you can believe it, but a battle with the primal left me grievously wounded and heartsore. I have since kept to more mundane tasks, as I've lost appetite for bloodshed. This life has been good to me. Too many soldiers fight to defend that which will, they will never know. The joys of learning, the pleasure of ease, the tumult of beauty, but I have known them. Yet in my dreams of smoke and steel, I still hear my captain calling, to me, to me! High potion, high ether. Um, Good day, sir. May. A visiting dance spotted a strange fish on the beach and came screaming back to house. She is a level-headed young person, so I fear 'tis no vapors. The beach is no place for any frogs until the truth is ascertained. I turn to you once again. May we trouble to check the beach. Looks like someone planted this here to bring bad things in. Hugo's on the beach of Costa del Sol. We live in strange times. The carcass must have drifted ashore, for it seems to have been dead longer than a day or two, and that is when the beach was last tidied by the keepers. Thank you, sir. You need not stay downwind. I have smelled that smell before. We must step up our groundskeeping. I fear Master Gregory is likely to have one of his ideas otherwise. You still have the look of a man who's been to a seventh bell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for the banquet held in his own honor, and this while a shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Estelle, Sir Dragonborn. 1,000 pardons for the extreme discourtesy. It was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted any my men to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, he must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Erosia for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Draco has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him? Hey, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding any longer. We five were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps might be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would be God slayers by their own creation. If ever even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we'd do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventures into jaw of foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the depths of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you designed to test Draco with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands and struck with precision when the opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Draco, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Pietkash, Lily Uplander's talented plansmaker, tricks the foe for mighty ruckmen. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Craig's, Draco Dragonborn, and write a new chapter in the history of Erosia. With the formalities out of the way, let the festival begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Draco Dragonborn, Titan's Bane. Draco Dragonborn, Titan's Bane! Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation, and in that brief transcendent moment you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. When you face the Lord of Craigs, think not of Limps and Erosia, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Ah, Draco, you brave fool, promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Lendenal sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Draco. This is but one more. Trust your experience, and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Peace, guys. Godly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Why would I want your people to rescue me? You unkind to dodge them, Draco. This bank one is much for the company as for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they meant well, but now is scarcely a time for celebration. Though they have been all but pronounced you a victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour is come for good Captain to make good on his promise. We must speak to him again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lacasna. There you'll meet with Ryle, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay. Um, don't think you guys have someone who sells anything. Maybe. Steel lands, heavy lands. Neither work for me. Yeah, nothing. Didn't think so. Okay, we are on the tune there. We can go to Wineport. And then we can get to Camp Bronze Lake. So let's do that. And then I think we will end it for the day. We're approaching our 2 hours. And it's not like I have Lots of people here to be talking with, chatting with. So I just usually pull the 2 hours and out. No, you're not the way I need to go. Bad evil men. Was supposed you ask why it is this thing. This is what. Though forbidden entry to the springs, he insists on returning each and every day to disturb our other customers. Oh, but it is not what you think. We haven't banned him for what he is, but for what he has done, namely exposing himself to several of the other bathers. It is my duty to escort him off premises, but just look at the size of him. Without several extra helping hands, I fear this will not end well for me or the strings. Might you lend a hand to my blade? I accepted the level sinking. It should have sank it. Really, Storm Sergeant, are you going to do nothing? Is this battle just up to me? Alright, so that's where we're going to end it. Let's stop the recording.